Hey there, food lovers. Ever wondered if you're storing your food the right way? It turns out that some foods are better left out of the fridge. In today's video, we're going to dive into the top 10 foods you should never refrigerate and the reasons why. You'll be surprised by some of these. So before we jump in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you never miss out on more amazing tips and tricks for a healthier, smarter kitchen. Let's get started. 1. Bananas. Let's start with one of the world's most popular fruits, bananas. You might think that popping bananas into the fridge will help keep them fresh longer, but that's actually a big mistake. Refrigerating bananas slows down the ripening process, which might sound like a good thing at first. However, there's a downside. Refrigeration causes the banana peel to turn an unappetizing black color. This happens because the cold temperatures cause the cell walls in the peel to break down more quickly. Inside, the fruit itself can become mushy and lose its natural sweetness and flavor, making it far less enjoyable to eat. Bananas thrive best at room temperature, where they can ripen naturally. This allows the fruit to develop its full, rich flavor and maintain its appealing texture. If you find that your bananas are ripening too quickly for your liking, consider freezing them instead. Frozen bananas are a versatile option. They're perfect for smoothies, baking, or even as a healthy, ice cream-like treat. By keeping your bananas out of the fridge, you'll ensure they stay delicious and ready to enjoy, whether as a snack or a key ingredient in your favorite recipes. 2. Tomatoes. Next up, we have tomatoes, a staple ingredient in countless dishes from salads to sauces. But did you know that refrigerating tomatoes can actually ruin their taste and texture? It's true, and it's something many people are unaware of. Tomatoes are highly sensitive to cold temperatures, which can cause several unwanted changes. When exposed to the chilly environment of a refrigerator, the skin of a tomato often becomes wrinkled, while the flesh inside can turn mealy and grainy. This texture change makes them far less appealing, whether you're slicing them for a sandwich or dicing them for a salad. But that's not all. Refrigeration also halts the ripening process, which is crucial for tomatoes to develop their full, vibrant flavor. The cold dulls the natural enzymes responsible for enhancing their rich, sweet taste, leaving you with a bland and less enjoyable fruit. To preserve the flavor and texture of your tomatoes, it's best to keep them at room temperature. Store them stem side down on your kitchen counter or in a cool, dry place where they can continue to ripen naturally. By doing so, you'll ensure that your tomatoes are bursting with flavor and ready to elevate any dish you prepare. 3. Honey. Honey is one of nature's sweetest miracles, and it's a food that should never find its way into your fridge. Why? Because honey has a remarkable natural preservation mechanism that allows it to last indefinitely without spoiling. It's almost immortal. When you refrigerate honey, the cold temperatures cause it to crystallize, transforming it from smooth and golden to gritty and cloudy. While crystallized honey is still perfectly safe to eat, its texture can become less enjoyable, making it harder to spread on your toast or drizzle over your favorite foods. The crystallization process happens because honey is a supersaturated sugar solution. Cold temperatures encourage the sugars to solidify, leading to that grainy consistency. Though some people don't mind crystallized honey, most prefer it in its original, liquid form. To keep your honey in its best condition, store it at room temperature in a cool, dry place. An airtight container is also essential, as it prevents the honey from absorbing moisture or odors from the environment, which could alter its taste and quality. By keeping honey out of the fridge, you'll ensure it stays smooth, golden, and ready to sweeten your day whenever you need it. 4. Potatoes. Potatoes are another food that should never be stored in the fridge. When exposed to cold temperatures, the starch in potatoes converts to sugar more quickly, resulting in an unusual, overly sweet taste when they're cooked. This can alter the flavor of your dishes, making your mashed potatoes or fries taste far from what you intended. But the negative effects of refrigeration don't stop there. The cold environment can also cause potatoes to develop a gritty, unpleasant texture. This is especially problematic when you're aiming for the perfect fluffiness in mashed potatoes or the ideal crispiness in fries. To keep your potatoes fresh and maintain their natural flavor and texture, it's best to store them in a cool, dark, and well-ventilated place, such as a pantry or a cellar. These conditions help prevent the starch-to-sugar conversion and keep the potatoes from sprouting or becoming soft. By avoiding the fridge, you'll ensure that your potatoes remain in top condition, ready to be transformed into delicious, comforting dishes that everyone will enjoy. 5. Bread. If you're in the habit of storing your bread in the fridge to keep it from going stale, you're not alone, but it's time to reconsider. Refrigerating bread might seem like a good idea, but it actually causes the bread to dry out more quickly and become stale. The reason behind this is straightforward. Cold temperatures accelerate the recrystallization of starches in the bread, which leads to a hard and unappetizing texture. Instead of keeping your bread fresh, the fridge speeds up the process that makes it go stale, leaving you with dry, tough slices that are far from enjoyable. To preserve your bread's moisture and texture, it's best to store it at room temperature in a bread box or a paper bag. These storage methods allow the bread to breathe while keeping it from drying out. If you have more bread than you can eat within a few days, consider freezing it instead. Frozen bread can be easily brought back to life by toasting or warming it in the oven, giving you fresh-tasting bread whenever you need it without the risk of staleness. By avoiding the fridge, you'll ensure your bread stays soft, moist, and ready to enjoy. 6. Avocados. The beloved avocado. Whether you're preparing guacamole or adding slices to a salad, you want your avocados to be perfectly ripe. But did you know that storing them in the fridge can disrupt the ripening process? Avocados ripen best at room temperature, where they can soften and develop their full, creamy texture. When you refrigerate avocados, especially before they're ripe, the cold temperatures slow down the ripening process significantly. This can leave you with a rock-hard fruit that seems to take forever to soften, making it difficult to enjoy at its peak. If you have avocados that are already ripe but you're not quite ready to eat them, you can refrigerate them to slow down further ripening, but only for a day or two. This brief refrigeration can help preserve their perfect ripeness without drastically affecting their texture or flavor. However, for unripe avocados, it's best to keep them out on the counter at room temperature. This way, they'll continue to ripen naturally, ensuring they're perfectly soft and ready to enjoy when you need them. By managing your avocado storage this way, you'll always have delicious, ripe avocados on hand, ready to enhance any meal. 7. Garlic. Garlic is a kitchen essential, bringing flavor and aroma to countless dishes. However, storing garlic in the fridge is a mistake you'll want to avoid. The cold, damp environment of a refrigerator can cause garlic to sprout prematurely, which not only affects its flavor, but also reduces its shelf life. Additionally, the excess moisture in the fridge may encourage mold growth, leading to spoiled garlic. Refrigeration can also alter the texture of garlic, making it rubbery and less enjoyable to cook with. For the best results, store garlic in a cool, dry place with plenty of ventilation. A mesh bag, paper bag, or a garlic keeper are ideal storage options. These allow air to circulate around the garlic, preventing it from becoming damp and reducing the chances of sprouting or mold. By keeping garlic out of the fridge, you'll ensure it stays fresh, flavorful, and ready to enhance your cooking at any time. 8. Uncut melons. Uncut melons, whether cantaloupes, watermelons, or honeydews, should stay out of the fridge. Although it might seem logical to chill these fruits, refrigeration can actually compromise their taste and texture. Melons continue to ripen and develop their natural sweetness when kept at room temperature. Refrigerating them too early can cause their flesh to become grainy and diminish the overall flavor. Additionally, keeping melons at room temperature helps preserve their antioxidant content, which can be beneficial for your health. Once you've cut your melon, then it's time to refrigerate. Make sure to cover it tightly with plastic wrap, or store it in an airtight container to maintain its freshness and prevent it from absorbing other odors in the fridge. Properly storing cut melon in the refrigerator will help keep it juicy and flavorful until you're ready to enjoy it. So for the best taste and texture, keep your whole melons on the counter until you're ready to cut them, and only then move them to the fridge to keep them fresh and delicious. 9. Olive oil. Olive oil is a pantry staple, but it should never be stored in the fridge. Cold temperatures can cause olive oil to thicken, become cloudy, and even solidify, making it difficult to pour and use effectively. To keep olive oil in top condition, store it in a cool, dark place away from direct sunlight and heat. This ensures that the oil maintains its rich flavor, aroma, and nutritional benefits. Proper storage helps preserve its quality, so you get the most out of every drop. By keeping olive oil in a well-ventilated cupboard or pantry, you'll ensure it remains at its best, ready to enhance your cooking with its delicious taste and healthful properties. 10. Onions. Last but certainly not least, let's discuss onions. These aromatic bulbs are fundamental in countless recipes, providing a robust flavor base for many dishes. However, storing onions in the fridge can lead to some undesirable outcomes. When onions are refrigerated, the excess moisture in the fridge can cause them to become soft and moldy. This spoilage not only affects their texture, but also diminishes their flavor and usability. Additionally, the potent aroma of onions can permeate other foods in the fridge, resulting in an oniony smell that can be hard to remove and affect the taste of other items. For optimal freshness, onions should be kept in a cool, dry, and well-ventilated environment, such as a pantry or a cupboard. A mesh bag or a basket is ideal for storing onions as it allows for proper air circulation, preventing moisture buildup. It's also important to keep onions away from potatoes, as potatoes can cause onions to sprout prematurely. By following these storage guidelines, you'll ensure your onions stay crisp, flavorful, and ready to enhance your meals without any unpleasant side effects. Conclusion. And there you have it, 10 foods you should never refrigerate and the reasons why. By following these simple storage tips, you can keep your food fresher, tastier, and more nutritious. So the next time you're putting away your groceries, think twice before tossing these items into the fridge. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And of course, make sure you're subscribed to our channel for more awesome content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.